Welcome everyone to the program. It's Tuesday, the second business and trading day of the week. I am Bosun Namafaya, and we welcome our viewers here in Nigeria and around the world. Let's get the 1 hour of this program started. It's already in the news. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday announced his interest to contest in the 2019 presidential election. In 2014, the market welcomed President Buhari's nomination as the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, the APC. The market's reaction went a little bit negative shortly after the swearing-in of Buhari and his administration of swearing in May 2015. Of course, with the vice president, because there was a cabinet delay. And there were a few other issues leading all the way to the recession that we had in the following year, which was 2016. 3 years on, Buharinomics was what is being called the handling of the economics, has done a bit by lifting the foreign exchange market. We've seen some good measure of stability in the FX market. The equities market also rallied about 40% last year, while the fixed income market, which you call the bills and bonds, has also been steady. Within the last 3 years of coming into office, we've seen the Nigerian authorities raising several bonds from the global debt marketplace, and an increasing number of Nigerian banks also doing what you call the corporate Eurobond globally. So as far as the market's been concerned, it's been a little bit nice, as it were, when it comes to what the Buhari's administration's been doing while on seat for about 3 years. And now we're just about a year and a few months, or about 3 months left, a year and a month, technically speaking, to have another May 29. That will be in 2019. So the key question this morning, and it's been asked everywhere, is what does Buhari's re-election bid means for the market, some brush straight? That's the question we'll be asking everyone who has their thoughts on how the markets will react to President Buhari's announcement on Monday that he wants a second term in office. That's the big story. The president is currently out of the country on what it says to be a 10-day working visit to the UK and the Commonwealth meetings. The largest oil company in Nigeria is known by the name SPDC, that's Shell Petroleum Development Corporation. It's a subsidiary, as it were, or the Nigerian operations of the Royal Dutch Shell, which is one of the world's top 5 oil firms. Yesterday, Shell Nigeria reportedly rolled out its financial statement. Says the company pays $4.3 billion to the Nigerian government last year. If you throw $4.3 billion on the street, that will fetch you about 1.5 or 1.7 trillion naira. That's quite a lot of money, isn't it? So how was this? Who got this money from the Shell? And they had a bit of a breakdown there. The headline figure is $4.3 billion paid to the Nigerian government. NNPC got the lion's share of that. That's about 3.197 billion, and that's the production entitlement. That money the NNPC got that. Where the money goes from there, you need to ask questions. We'll just show you the numbers this morning. The Federal Inland Revenue Service, what you call the FIRS, that's a tax man, got $765.526 million. That's a little bit about $320 million short of $1.1 billion that Shell SPDC paid to the FIRS in 2016. Then the Department of Petroleum Resources, which is a subsidiary of the National Oil Corporation, the NNPC, got $160.71 million and another $239,189 US. Then the NDDC, that's the Niger Delta Development Company, that's the agency responsible for taking care of all the issues in the Niger Delta projects and things like that. Shell Petroleum says NDDC got $79.675 million US, which is a far cry from $165.14 million NDDC got from Shell in the previous year. That was the year of recession, by the way. The report went on to show, if you're already in the news and on the wire, on social media, that stealing of crude oil is increasing. It's not actually reducing. According to Shell, crude theft or stealing of crude oil increased by 50% last year to 9,000 barrels per day. If you're a very good student of mathematics, you can just help me there. And I'm available on social media. On Twitter, you can find me at bbosin or at Channels TV or at Biz Morning. If you translate 9,000 barrels of oil per day, let's give you an average of, say, $60 a barrel. What does that? How much does that translate to per day in thousands of dollars? And that's every day. If you multiply 9,000 barrels of oil per day, multiply that again by 365 days of the year 2017, give me a figure. Do the quick one on your scientific calculator and get back to the show within the hour. 9,000 barrels per day, multiply by 365 days a year, multiply that by $60 a barrel, and give that to us in dollar terms. Then we can also write that down in naira. Thank you, everyone. Then, in terms of sabotage, Shell Petroleum says the activities relating to sabotage in terms of spillage, they had 62 occurrences last year against 48 in 2016, while operational spillage, that is spillage that spills that occur during production amount to 100 tons of oil, and just 9 occurrences in the year under review. That's a bit of a snapshot, a summary of Shell Nigeria reporting its activities in Nigeria. More than $4 billion paid to the Nigerian government agencies last year. When you say the government, it means government agencies, and we just listed their names out there for you. So you have an idea who gets what and where the money goes from there. You keep searching. Meantime, it was reported yesterday that the local operators in Nigeria's commercial aviation are complaining that the Nigeria's open skies to international airlines is getting worrisome, and they're crowding them out of the market. Well, just on the same day, Air Namibia, one of the smallest landlocked country in Africa, says they are officially bringing their airline to Nigeria. Air Namibia is set to begin flight operations into Nigeria in the month of June. We just have about 30 days or thereabout, or less than 2 months to wait. The airline says it's commencing commercial operations from the capital, Windhoek, to Lagos, then to Accra, and that will be 4 times per week. And that is the story. Air Namibia is expanding its commercial operations outside the traditional region, which is South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Angola, including daily service to Europe via Frankfurt in Germany. So if you're looking into the skies in June and you see Air Namibia flying into Nigeria from Windhoek, you know we have this news here that Nigeria's airspace is welcoming more national airlines while we have none of our own.